Most welcome to the Voice of Evolution. I am Preview. And so today we experience so much more, so many more lies on every level of society. Like today I bumped into the streets upon a police officer who hauled me back, and she said, "You need to go on the other side of the street if you want to walk that way. And if you want to walk that way, you walk on this side of the street." I was looking at that person like, "Are you completely out of your mind?" So I said, "Listen, baby, this is not in the federal constitution, and you do not have the right to give me a fine. So will you please walk out of my way?" She was looking at me like she was going to faint. And so I just walked on because they don't know what to do anymore. The good thing is I've seen in many countries here in Europe, especially in Hungary and Normandy, those countries a little bit, like police officers are laying down with our people, which is a very good sign. On the other side, a lot is going to happen as we are hitting the new summer solstice, and so moving into the energies of um, the Black Panther or the Black Dragon, the omnipotent universe which we are living in. Most people only know the sign of Gemini, but there's a lot more to it, because it is the big black out happening through the Black Dragon way, and that means a lot will be cleansed out and a lot more truth will come to the surface. And I've done a bit of work as well on YouTube, and it's a bit of a shame how many lies are being exposed to those willing to talk truth. Actually, there is no such thing as the universe has your back or the universe will protect you. Because if you do not have your alignment into divine will versus free will, what is happening in the matrix, if you don't have your direct connect to your source, your spirit, your spark self with all universes, then there's no protection. If you have it, then you'll have that kit and you have the know-how technology, how to do that. And so there is a lot to learn, because people still love to believe that they are safe and protected at all times. There couldn't be a bigger lie actually on YouTube. So let's keep it to the logic of spirit and the knowledge of spirit, because in the end that is all that you will have, and the bigger preparation. So many people also ask me, how can you really expand the brain and get into your brain expansion? Because if you stay into a compact phase of evolution and do not grow, that may create a lot more emotional content that is really not necessary. That may create more and more depression, distress, and that entire line of emotions people sometimes got used to, and that is actually self-abuse. So also expanding in the first place means you are ready to move out of laziness. Too many people are too lazy. Setting up a connection to your source in the morning at least, and allowing the crystalline grids through that are self-protective in the first place is not too much to ask, because on one hand, source or spirit doesn't care what you do. You are just a spark in the universe. But when you do and you ask how you can put your service out, then you will have everything, because it's going to go up or under. Your thoughts, your mentality will make you or will break you, and that is quite obvious. If we stream on earth logic, which has no logic at all, We downgrade ourselves, and we can easily upgrade ourselves. Each one of us, we are all such a beautiful sparks. Should we take that one responsibility? Because we all know the solar system, the great central sun, the great centralizer. Yet, how many are connected to that? Because that means actually that the grids of all the planets surrounding the great central sun need to be loaded in your body beyond the old solar fractures and the broken sun. The broken sun. We do know the sun has been broken for a long time, so it's up to us to load the new solar system and connect these 144 dots in the body with all these planets in the body, and then we can open up the sun stream that is in our solar center actually. That is part of us, and for everybody that is a different color, one of the first creational rays connected to the planetary rays actually. And so all the planets are moving up and moving up, and looking at Jupiter, Pegasus moving through and stationing in my sign actually. Very happy for the expansion. But then again, I do not connect anymore to the solar system, or let's say the solar system needs to fuse with the celestial system, the celestials, and the universal entities actually. And we cannot move, absolutely not, because there is not a shortcut to heaven, sweet people. That is non-existence. Every step needs to be integrated in the body, so we cannot move straight away into the celestial universal bodies while you first have to move into your original sun stream, which means that we get into the education of the first 12 ways at least, integrate them in the body and create that light body that looks like a diamond of light with 144 colors of light, consciousness actually around your body, and that expands many miles, and that integrates with grid ley lines moving vertical and horizontal actually. And that can be done. I have here an easy go course to move into the authentic self, or at least get into your spiritual body with the grid constitution, and also opening up that solar body. And because today I work a lot in Belgium. I'm in Belgium actually, but I also work on Skype. So I had a woman that was really flowing to the highest level of fear, like not knowing what was going to happen, as businesses already started out to fool you as well, because they don't know what to do anymore. Today they promise you this golden platter, tomorrow it becomes a platter out of mud. And so it's up to us to really see the grandness beyond that, and that is finding your authenticity, and with it comes your purpose. So for those who already worked, I have that online as well, breaking the barriers to old mentality, meaning you learn to work with each way of creation, the first 12, 13 ways, and what their consciousness is, and so you can eliminate that old soul within. You can eliminate all of your emotion, all of that old mentality, all of those worries, your fears, your depression. If we even look at youth, never has there been in our generation, or in generations in general, a time where children, more than 50% of children, they either have dyslexia, they have depression, they have obesity, they have so many problems with articulating themselves, and so we need to come up with many more solutions, and that comes through the teaching of our essence. So our true essence that is the creation of light body, which you can teach as well in school. Should you love to teach children? Should you love to teach meditation through play? Actually, children learn through play, and so I have like 15 years experience in teaching them with great results. Like I could teach them in a split shift how to release toxins, how to release headaches, how to release stomach aches in 5 minutes time. And that is great. But if we look at humanity, half of humanity is streaming actually on what? They are streaming on a higher degree of dysfunction, and that dysfunction comes through, that is actually the highest level of addiction, either addicted to crabby food, addicted, let's say, to alcohol, to drugs, to cigarettes. Everything has almost become a drug on the planet, and it is not easy to get out, but it is easy to get out when taking responsibility and working with energies, because energies kick that out like an automatic. And that means we can override that particular addiction. So, and especially when it comes to alcoholism, if you work with a certain way of creation, and you kick that in your hypothalamus gland, that kicks it out. So you can take your distance and throw that away out of your equation. On the other side, another addiction is old relationships. People still cling on to the old while they know it's gone and over and done with, out of fear. So we all need a clean slate. So everybody has so many memories, so many relationship memories and burdens. So they end up or tend to become associations such as judgment, fear, food addictions that come from relationships, and that create walls. Uh, so to say, as a self-protective kit, but a wall to new mentality and to new emotion has been set to, or to new vitality actually. So it's not actually a protection kit. It cuts you down into the streets of mud. And so be aware of what is coming around in the month of June with the eclipses that is going to eclipse and bring the black out into people. Like, it is time we take responsibility for our own brains and how they work and how we can move into an extension and teach ourselves. When you teach yourself and you move out of that fear in the first place, then you become strong. And when you become stronger, you have more discipline. When you have more discipline, you get more things done, right? So let's move out of all the old disagreements, angers, many experiences that we all created somehow, and then start moving in to the release of everything termed mental barriers. And I have here a very intense course that is very lovely to do, because you will see yourself change in no time. And that goes with 15 MP3s players, like an hour long release each. So that's quite a lot. But then again, you will learn about all these ways and you will know what to do. And so also, as we see, we all know by now that there is hardly any vitamins and minerals in our food. The soil has been killed, it's full of toxins and poisons. So The earth needs a natural healing mechanic that is coming through anyways, and I would strongly suggest to really juice through as much as you can and eat health. Eat a lot of seaweeds, just pure seaweeds. Like I have a lot of these leaves, like they make sushi out of it, but I don't like sushi, so I just eat these leaves like chips, actually. I love that. So just take what you love, and that is great. And ginger, you know, ginger, just juice that in some carrot juice with lemons in it, like 1 to 2 liters a day of carrot juice, lemons, and one of these that detoxes a lot. You will even detox after 10 days of detoxing. Just try it out. So that will help your system a lot beyond your mentality. Check out my big online course, Breaking the Barriers of Old Mentality, or just moving into a spiritual body and creating, setting those grids at least to protect yourself. I also loaded that video about self-protection once again. So keep it safe. Thank you for being with me, liking, sharing, commenting, and engaging, actually, because that is going to be a necessity. Is there any issue you'd like me to talk about? Shoot it on, and thank you. Bye.